Hey guys, it's Philip from Rhino Fit Fabrications. So this is the install video of the R4 bumper. The first step is you have to remove the lower lip, and the first step to do that is you want to remove this bolt right here, and same thing on the other side. So the next step you want to do is remove these screws right here. There's a 5 all the way across, and we'll show you what the next step is once you remove these screws right here.
Then it will fall off.
Hey guys, so once you remove those 5 screws in the front, you want to come along the fender line here, and right underneath there should be 3 screws on either side. So you want to go ahead and remove those. So next step, once you remove those 3 screws along the fender lines, there's 2 more right in the middle there where pointed. You want to remove those first. So the next step is you want to remove this screw and then
3 across.
these 3 across,
Then there's one on this side.
and then 1 on that side too. So Curtis is going to go ahead and he'll show you which one. So that one, and then 3 across, and then this little guy right here. Alright, so next step, once all the screws are removed, you just want to grab this plate and just wiggle it out. So Curtis will show you here. And slide it right out. Beauty. Alright, so the next step, once you have this part out, there's a screw right here. And just to give you some reference, this is kind of where we are right now. So we'll slide back in. And it's just right where the washer fluid container is. You want to remove that screw. And then there's these clips here. And they go all along the edge. You want to remove all those. And the best way to do it is grab a flathead screwdriver and then just pop it right off.
Up in. Lift up. Just push this little tab in and push the whole clip up.
Perfect. So we'll show you how to unclip these here. You just want to grab this, push in, and just like that.
Okay.
Okay, go.
See, there's these clips right here. You just gotta push them down. And then it should start to wiggle off there. There's a.
So all you gotta do is clip those ones down. If Curtis, if you want to just point to what you're talking about there.
This
So,
is one that's done and off.
okay.
And then this is one that's not done. Clip
So
it down.
just push it down, and then it should slide right out.
Yeah, here's another one over
And there's
here.
another one right there. Just push down. Beauty. All right. So now that we have everything off, it should look like this. So just want to clarify, first step was to remove this bottom skid plate by removing these black screws. The next step was removing this guy here, which had the screws along the sides on these guys. And then this front bumper part was removing these guys. These were in here like this. I'm going to clip them out so they come out. And then they also have screws along the sides here and even on the very edge of them. Hey, this is Phil from Rhino Fit Fabrications, and this is the install video for the R4 Delete Bumper Kit. So let's get started. Alright, so the first step you want to do is remove this guy right here. So there's a fat bolt right there, and then there's another bolt up top here, and then you got these 2 bolts, I don't know if you can see it, one right here, one right there. And then once you remove this one, you gotta remove the other one on the other side, and I'll show you the next step. Alright, so the next step, once you remove these brackets, you want to remove these rivets on either side. You want to grab a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then Peter's going to show you how to drill one of these out. So you want to use some force and it'll just come right out, just like so. And then you want to do all four, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so the next step, once you remove these brackets from the aluminum brackets from your vehicle, you want to make sure, now these are left and right specific. So the way the brackets look, you want to line them up just like this. So these sides are facing inwards, okay? Now for this one that's facing this way, you want to grab the hole. So as you can see, there's two different shaped holes. Now this hole, you want it facing forward, and then this larger hole facing towards the back end. So then it'll be just like this. And same thing with this side. You want this shaped hole facing towards this bracket, and then the more circular hole facing towards the back. And then you want to grab your self-tapping screws, and then you want to line them up with the holes provided, and then bolt them right up. So it looks just like this one right here. As you can see, it's nice and sturdy. All right, for the next step, you want to bolt these back up to the vehicle. So as you can see, there's two studs right here. You want to line that up with these two holes here, just like so. Okay, and then you want to put that fat bolt back in, and then you want to put these nuts back on. Now you don't need to fully tighten it yet, just put it on just enough so it holds it. To tighten this guy up first, and then you can tighten up these guys, and then don't forget about the bolt that's up there as well. All right, so this is how it should look. Let's just make sure everything's tightened up. So you got this bolt here, you got these two bolts, and then don't forget about the top bolt there. Now, after driving about 100 kilometers, you got to retorque these, and they're 100 feet. Fuck. Hey guys, so the next step is once all the bolts are tightened, you got this one right here, these two, and then the top one up there. And then for these fat ones here, you just got to retorque them after 100 kilometers. All right, so the next step, you want to grab these bolts here, and you want to line them up with this hole and that hole. And you want to do it both sides. All right. All right, so once you have these bolts in, you don't need to fully tighten them yet. So this is when it's good to have a buddy here. So you want one guy to hold this all the way up in the up position, because if you don't, just like overstuck, if you don't, then it's going to be sitting like that. So you want to make sure you push it up like this, hold it, and then grab your other buddy, and you want to bolt up these holes on either side. All right. So once you have the bumper installed, you want to make sure it's nice and sturdy. You want to grab your skid plate bolts that are the block ones here. And just so you have a reference, that cutout means that's the back part. So you want to grab the skid plate, line them up with the holes. There's two in the front, and there's one in the back. Just want to point out, so these skid plate bolts, there should be two of them that are a little bit shorter. The shorter ones you want to put in the very front holes. So this one and this guy here are a little bit shorter than the other ones, and that's where they go. And there you have it.